We now move to Book 2 of The Wealth of Nations, and this is going to be mostly about the capital stock. The introduction is short, so I'll cover the introduction and Book 2, Chapter 1 together. Book 2 overall is called Of the Nature, Accumulation, and Employment of Stock, and the short introduction here is simply repeating some already explored themes about how the division of labor, capital, and trade interact. Chapter 1 is simply called Of the Division of Stock. This is again a pretty short chapter. It has a lot of taxonomy. It divides up capital into a number of different categories. For our purposes, one of these categories will prove especially important. Smith defines the important notion of fixed capital. Examples of fixed capital would be when an owner invests resources in improving the quality of land, or when useful machines are built in, say, a factory, or later in history, imagine, say, a railway system. I think of Smith's notion of fixed capital as being capital which is set into some kind of particular production process in a way which is irreversible, and a way also where those assets are relatively illiquid. I would stress that's not Smith's own definition. It's just my way of reinterpreting Smith in more modern terminology. In contrast with fixed capital is what Smith calls circulating capital, and that's used for purchasing goods and reselling them, or supporting workers, or advancing workers' money so workers can perform the necessary labor. So circulating capital, again in my terminology, is quite liquid, as indicated by the name circulating. It's something you can spend and get a fairly immediate return on, and it is not fixed or crystallized in the form of any particular physical capital goods. Now, Smith hasn't yet explained why this distinction between fixed and circulating capital is important, but we're going to get to that immediately in the next chapter.